Free at Bright Rock Flooring. Find your perfect floor with tiles ready for immediate installation. This worry-free American-made water-resistant laminate is only $4.29 a square foot installed, and carpet with a stress-free lifetime stay warranty is only $2.39 a square foot. And for a limited time, it's interest-free with 24-month financing. Bright Rock Flooring. Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Ward, board certified surgeon.
What's up? We are back live.
What is that?
What's that in the background?
Oh, that's the TV.
Okay, yeah, because can't hear us. What's up? People, we are back live. I got me a new...
What's up, man?
Oh, man, nothing much. Man, this has been a something else summer with celebrities passing away. It's been something else with that.
Yes. Yeah, it really has. And at the when we're done, I want to give a special shout out to a local celebrity from my hometown, but he was also a 4-year starter for the Buckeyes and played 11 years in the NFL, and he lost his battle with ALS this week. Name was William White. I want to give him a shout out because he was a local boy from the south side of Lima, and he was a cool cat, real smart guy. He got his degree in engineering. So if he didn't make it in the NFL, he was success in many other aspects as well. So I want to give him a shout out, and my condolences to his wife Nicola and family. We're gonna miss you, William.
It's been a lot of that. My godfather died of that. That's been that's been back in the 90s. So shit. You almost talking about 25 years ago. With that being said, we are back live. Been on a hiatus since right before 4th of July. Just needed that break. You did need that break sometime. And even though I did work and was posting and did some marketing, putting together these shows, got to get some thought into it and what needs to be done to market it out. And, it gets to be, you need a break from all that stuff, with all the other stuff that I do. So we're back. We're going to talk about some things that happened with me and as far as business and everything. So stay tuned. Well, at the beginning of this month, same thing that happened to my good friend here, business partner. I too have been downgraded from my IBO ship to a customer thing. But there's some other things that went along with that really that kind of what we've been saying for the last 2 years from the platform that we belong to. They are going in the direction what I've been spouting off and saying that listen to this, people, traditional network marketing strategies are dead. Okay. And that's what is it that really killed traditional network marketing strategy? Well, it was dying really in the late 90s, early 2000s. Okay. To be real about it, with AOL, Instant Messenger, one of my biggest uh, experiences using kind of online marketing or online communication was through that. I showed this marketing plan to my cousin. And that thought came to my head and always stayed, well, why do I need to chase people around physically when we got these things? But back then we didn't have social media. We just had the internet. We didn't have social media. And we didn't have a lot of technologies as we do today. We didn't even have the iPhone. You're talking about 99, 2000. Okay.
Right.
iPhone didn't come out until 2007, 2008. So that was one of the limiting factors that why a lot of people in traditional network marketing say, oh, you can't market without being face to face. Well, they didn't wasn't looking at future events and what was going to happen. That's the problem with a lot of people. They have an agenda why they say they can't do that because they don't know how to market themselves. And it wasn't the
Right.
technology to kind of argue the fact. Well, I would argue the fact anyway, because we did have some, like I said, we had AOL Instant Messenger, then you could do some stuff with it. But
Mm-hmm.
today, there's no doubt in my mind that what put the nail in the coffin to traditional network marketing was 2 years ago, the pandemic. We've been saying this all along. Now, if you look back in all the other events that put the nail in industries like the record, vinyl records came when you had went to the floor or went down when you started coming out with cassettes and CDs. Okay. And then when we got to the point where we started to have MP3 files with disc and everything else, that put a stop to the CDs. All these different, and your
Yeah.
VCR and all these other things because of digital technology. All right. Um, and you gotta be recognizable to what's going on in the industry today because there are gonna be changes. There are gonna be changes probably 5 years from to now on what's going on. And it's really happening, has been happening. Now everybody's talking about, I hear people my age, a little older, some a little younger talking about they don't like cryptocurrency. But let's face it, people.
Mm-hmm.
We've been dealing with digital transactions for a while. Think about it. When you get your
Yeah.
paycheck,
Exactly.
most of the time it's direct deposit, isn't it? What do you think that is?
Exactly.
That's, that's the digital currency. That's the corrupt. I mean, crypto type stuff that you people say it's here, people. It is here, and it ain't going nowhere.
Yep.
Okay, there are things that are going to be changing. Um,
Genie is out the bottle.
yeah, it's at the bottom, and people now with what's happened in our society ain't trying to go back or commute to no office or to any place like that. The pandemic put a stop to that. The pandemic opened everybody's eyes when they were talking about remote and hybrid working because of social media and the internet. With every technology we got at our hands from a desktop or a laptop or a phone, we don't need to be in corporate America's plantation. We don't need to be commuting to a job in the snow, rain, or whatever, or heat, or whatever that is. We can work from home. We can roll out our bed in our underwear. Okay, we don't have to be all, you know, whatever. You could be sitting here with a suit on and don't have no pants on. Okay, that's where we at,
Right.
people.
Right.
Technology has killed all sorts of technology has killed, especially like I said, the traditional network marketing. The days that nobody's going to do. Look, especially this younger generation ain't gonna meet you in no coffee shop to talk about no business. They ain't gonna meet you to hear about no plan that they can see once or you can put it in a digital format. They're not gonna do it. All you old heads that still trying to run business, you either get with the plan or get off the damn thing. Move the hell over. I'm gonna be real raw about it. Okay. All your, I've been saying this forever, but it's been confirmed with some of the people that we know that we've been associated with for the last few. All that old school shit is gone. It's
Mm-hmm.
done. Word language is gonna have to be changed too. So, like I said, the word prospect, and I wrote my book 5 years ago about prospecting. That lingo needs to be stripped out of the language, and then we're marketing. The only thing you got is a prospect. You don't need to be prospecting nobody. You need to learn how to market whatever it is that you're selling. Without the skill set of the marketing, you are done in the water. This is a new day, people. This is a new age. There's no more of that mess on trying to chase people down in malls, in grocery stores. You may get slapped upside the face trying to talk about would you like to go on business with me, somebody you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, what's your thoughts on this, Kent?
Well, as I stated before, the genie is out the bottle, and COVID broke the bottle. Uh, pretty much, yeah. As far as far as as far as anyone having any housewarming meetings or any any conference calls or face to face interaction, more or less, it's to put it in my Gen X terms, it's gone the way of the Jerry curl. It's just you have to adapt and deal with the new concepts of marketing as it is now, especially affiliate and network marketing. No one's, as you already alluded, especially if any millennials or anybody 20 25 to 39, they're not going to be meeting up with you at a McDonald's or Panera or whatever the case may be to talk about your World Ventures plan or your Amway plan with the drawing of the circles. That's not going to happen. Not these days.
No, not these days. Um, the biggest problem most people in the network marketing thing, I got to talk to Rudy about this stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
they're, your the event type stuff. And I said this a long time ago. They needed to give an option to stream an event versus having to go there. So now they got that going. Do you remember the meetings we used to go up on Tuesdays up in Grove City? That's nilch. I don't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
I don't even think
Mm-hmm.
they even do
Oh
things in
yeah.
Cincinnati once a month. Up like they used to. Because I don't hear them talking about it. And then I never saw, even when I was with the IBO City, I never saw anything scheduled for the side pills for the, what they used to call that meeting.
Right. Right. Any leadership conferences? Or,
Are you still in the IBO City?
yeah. 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 I haven't checked it in a while, but yeah, I'm still. I'm still in it.
Okay. I mean, check this to see if they still having them events on once a month in Cincinnati. Because last time I was on there, I went back on there for maybe a month and then I canceled it again.
I didn't.
Um,
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't see it, but I'll check it. Yeah, I'll check it
because I haven't seen anything, and that just makes me wonder.
because that's been like 3 months ago since I last checked.
And I haven't even seen anything even online. And
Mm-hmm.
they weren't sending me any things about. You used to get information about like the summer conferences on it. I didn't even get that. I ain't got none of that shit for a
Right.
few years. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here.
Got it. Never got it. That's why I'm thinking there's some big changes happening. Um, I wouldn't be surprised a lot of these companies go out of business because
Mm-hmm.
they won't
Exactly.
adjust to the climate that's being held now as legitimate. And see, these technologies um, have put a damper on probably their way of doing, their I don't want to say their strategies of making money. The
Mm-hmm.
biggest problem I've had now with the internet services, then how we have courses that we can use and share out with people. Well, these motherfuckers want to make you pay for them, and every time you send out a
Yeah.
information file, you
Yeah.
nothing like they with the cassette. I'm not doing that shit.
No, I'm not either. No.
I'm not doing
No.
this. And then their methods of whatever they're doing ain't on the level what my mindset is anyway. I mean, I don't know
Right.
where did
Right.
see that's what's happening, and they're really suffering. There's a lot of these companies, and if Lisa Torres said that,
Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to cover their losses.
yeah, the FTC was looking at a lot of these companies because of the way they're doing stuff is not legit, it's not ethical. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and with all these other softwares, I mean, look, like today we had a training on the 5-day challenge that we're doing, talking about building your list. Well, most traditional network marketers are always talking about a list on a piece of paper of 100 people that you know that don't even give a fuck about your business or wouldn't care about it. The list they're talking about and the list we do,
Mm-hmm.
different things. Okay. We use an auto responder to market to people, but we exchange value back for their information. You just writing a
Right.
list of people on a paper that don't give a shit about what you got to offer. Excuse me. And you expect why they turn you down and look at you like you got
Mm-hmm.
four heads. That's why. Nobody's doing that shit. Let me go turn on this other light just to um I don't know, Ken.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. When I saw that they were. And now that I did see on Audio City that they were still doing some MP3s, and it was like $8.95 for this particular set, another $6.95 for this. I'm like, it's not even congruent to what we're doing. Why would I want and
Yeah, why
make
would
the
I
investment
pay
in that when
that?
it's not even congruent to what I do?
Yeah, well, and I can share out stuff that's more congruent and more legitimate to what the market wants without having to pay each
Mm-hmm.
time I share this shit out. I mean it's stupid. I mean
Exactly.
they're not to call yourself an IBO is kind of laughable now when you start thinking about it. You're just you're nothing but a rep, and for and all their rules about cross lining and all that shit, and then they want to say you're in business for yourself but not by yourself. Well, motherfucker, if I'm gonna get some information from whoever that's gonna help me in my business, what difference does it make? Who's giving me the information? We're all in the same industry. Why is it a big problem when you get somebody? It's almost like you can only get information. It's a cult. Basically, if you think about it from a legitimate cult, and ain't nobody trying to do that. You know? So I don't know why that's lasted so long like that. But because one of the reasons was, when you didn't have the tools and stuff we had, okay, you were limited to what you could do as far as marketing. And back in them days, the only way you could market was through newspaper, radio. Sometimes I was telling people in MLSP that you gotta recognize what they had back then versus what they have now. But now, there ain't no excuse. There's too many easy software tools and stuff where you ain't got to pay all that stuff out. That's no damn excuse. It's just those people have an agenda to make money that old-fashioned way, which it will not sustain itself for much longer if it hasn't already started. Because there's too much other information out there that contradicts everything. Let's say they contradict everything Amway's saying they're trying to do. Okay, I mean, if you look, them cats are using especially XS. They're using social media. How come you don't teach your IBOs how to use social media?
Exactly.
How come you don't have courses on that?
XS is like has a post on Instagram just about seems like every 5 seconds.
And the thing they always talk about, follow your upline. Well, if you're gonna follow your upline, you need to follow what they're doing. But some people, they will teach you, they'll still try to teach you that old school stuff doing it that way, but yet do all this digital marketing. Even the name needs to be changed to an online network or digital marketer instead of a network marketer online. This is going to be in the next I'd say the next year or so, a lot of things are going to be changed. You'll see. And plus, like I told you once before, I got an email and I haven't heard nothing more about it, that there was going to be some changes, which would have been today on the IBO ships or the whatever that means. It's supposed to have been like the 31st or the 30th. So I haven't heard anything about what's going on. And I wish I could find that email, but I can't find that email now. Well, you will see. You'll see. Because, what I don't understand about that, when they downgraded us to a customer to that, then they say you could come back. Well, if we go, is there a stipulation when you could come back? They never said.
No, and it's just my interpretation. I'm sure you can come back at any time. It's just you have to pay whatever that, instead of that $62 fee, it's going to be I think the last time I checked it was 85, and then still you still have to have as you and I talked about, you still have to have a consistent customer base, or else the contract is gonna after a certain time it's going to be null and void once again.
Why didn't they just tell people? It almost sounds like they just did that to get that higher pricing on you. Why didn't they just tell people we are raising the price of the renewal or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Because it
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense. It makes no sense to downgrade you from the IBO ship that you were at or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Say you could come back, but you're gonna make us try to pay more money. You just say a lot of things doing it make no damn sense. It's stupid.
Right.
There's like they did that to get more money. Well, that's not an incentive for anybody to come back there as an IBO. Not for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's a what I'm you would think I would be a being a stats guy I would know that's almost like a 15 to 20% increase from the regular renewal that we usually pay to this $85 fee now. If
Well, before
if
they
you want to get back,
they would
if you want to get back into it.
yeah, they would send an email and state that the renewal price was going to be going up, but they never pulled no shit like this. So it makes me think, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what's the
Mm-hmm.
use here? You don't even hear nothing about Dexter Yeager's sons or nothing. You don't hear shit about them.
No, no, no.
You used to even see something online. You don't hear shit.
Right,
What
right.
really,
Yeah, if
what
you
is going on?
and
See,
even and even when we were, even when we were IBOs there, um, unless you just really went into the website and looked at the notes that they would send, on a monthly basis on the website, you still hadn't heard anything from the from the Jaeger boys, even then.
now I still get their Monday session invites, and you know what? I might go on there tomorrow just to see what the fuck really is going on. So I just got an email from them.
Excuse me.
Um, they got a session going on at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I might get on there just to really see what the hell is really going on. Because what they didn't make
Mm-hmm.
any sense. I mean, it didn't make any sense whatsoever to downgrade people from an IBO ship. If anything would have made more sense, they should change the IBO to an affiliate marketing or an affiliate associate. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
but they
And
don't.
and I
They don't.
can't believe that hadn't been discussed. Or who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. It doesn't. Nothing. None of that shit makes any sense on what they've done. None of it. And with all the stuff that happened, it's like you got a bunch of old school fools that act like they don't know what century they living in. That's just the way they
Hmm.
operate. They still
Mm-hmm.
operate
Mm-hmm.
in the 80s and 90s or the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
With it took them a long time to even get on Zoom. They were still using that other
Oh yeah.
thing. See, they just slow. And
Mm-hmm.
technology stuff moves so fast that you lose out on what's going on when people that got anything on the ball, they're gonna move away from all that shit.
Yeah.
There's too many other things out there that you don't need to use. I was like, it's like I remember there was a book out. There was a few books out. Rudy asked me, "Do I know about this book?" I said, "Rudy, I knew about this book a year ago. I have it." Your guys just a slow on
Mm-hmm.
it. He kind of got quiet. You guys got to get up out of that notion that you can't make a move unless you consult upline. That bullshit needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
If you're for yourself, you don't work for them. If why you need to consult them? Are they building your
Right.
business? Are they paying your bills? So why the fuck would you need to consult them about any damn thing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Really? I mean, that's just the way I started hearing. He asked me, had I heard from Carolyn? I did talk to Carolyn
Okay.
to Messenger maybe in June. Maybe it was around May, around it was after her birthday. But
Okay.
then when I asked her about, this thing that's going on, this verified thing, she never responded to that.
Mm.
It makes you wonder, does she know about all this shit? I mean, she's living out in Montana now.
Okay. Okay. But still,
You know? Yeah.
she, if if she was active, she would have had to have known.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the in the back office online, she's still we're still kind of under her, but just as customers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does that? I mean, I don't know if she had customers and she's met that criteria or not.
Yeah. That VCR. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, and because I haven't talked to her. I mean, I don't communicate with her like that no more. Ever since
Yeah.
she left,
Yeah.
ever since really when she left Cincinnati and went down south and then went out, I really kind of lost touch with her. And then when I was hanging out more with Rudy, and she kind of, I don't know, she kind of got a little upset about that.
Mm.
And it really wasn't about any of that. I was just getting other information that, she
Right.
had shared
Right.
with me. Then I started getting, and then when we got with MLSP, I started getting other information. So I mean, I don't hang out with Rudy like that anymore either. See,
Sure. Sure.
the problem with all that kind of stuff is there's too much this idea as who somebody's a leader versus the not leader. Instead of trading
Yep.
information
Yep.
that can help each other. And in this day and age of digital commerce, instant information and all that, you can't have an attitude in this industry of business as if, oh, well, it's almost like, well, he's going out of the system. Well, no, I'm getting information. The system that you claim is so good didn't bring that information in. They made it act like that way was the only legit system of information that you only need. And that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if all these other places act like that, but it pretty much sounds like they do. Well, back in the day, they always say, some of these companies say, we're just like Amway, but better. So what's happened is that they copy some
Yeah.
okay, from them, and
Yep.
and them fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You just like Amway, but better. Then you ain't really better. You just like Amway.
Mm-hmm.
It's really amazing how things do change like that, and things are going to be changing even more so. I think in the next few months, it will be interesting to see what really is going to go down with this VCS thing. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an email saying that they eliminated that
Yes.
shit. Oh, okay. What is that supposed to mean for us now? I ain't paying no more money for what I was in.
Exactly.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
come up with something different. I mean, it's kind of bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with getting a customer base. I'm not complaining about that, but
No, no.
you can't force nobody to be a
Yeah,
customer.
because like right, and like you and I, we. It's not like that. We were IBOs that were a year, maybe 2 years in. We were IBOs under that system for a good minute.
Yeah, and the way they kind of approached it in the emails, like it was only for new IBOs. Well, we ain't new IBOs.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they were going to downgrade those who weren't moving or I don't know something, or who weren't participating in their
Mm-hmm.
culture. That's that. I mean, that's just
Right.
the best that I get from it. So they figure, well, they're not doing this,
Yeah.
so we need to move them to customer stuff. Well, that's bullshit.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You don't just do that because we are doing something else and we were, we ain't coming to your events the way y'all want to because y'all ain't what y'all saying ain't
Mm-hmm.
what the market wants. You're training
Exactly.
anyway. So so now what they've done, they kind of unleashed, especially with me. I'm gonna talk about you don't learn when somebody like me learn the market and they do that kind of shit. Yes, I'm gonna talk about your ass. I don't give a shit what they don't like. I'm not an IBO. I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
customer. So basically, it ain't gonna fuck off if they got an attitude about that shit. Because what they've done is really, to me, they fuck their own selves and ask any other company that does that shit also. See, y'all gotta
Yep.
understand network marketing. What we're talking about, network marketing for any of y'all just joining us, network marketing, when we're talking about the traditional ways of network marketing is dead. COVID killed network marketing in the traditional sense. If you're gonna be in network marketing, you better learn the strategies of attraction marketing. You better learn to the digital marketer, digital commerce, the digital whatever you want to call you oneself. Everything's moved online, people. Okay, everything's moved online. Business is conducted online. None of that running after people across town. None of that setting up a damn coffee shop meeting. If you're gonna set up a one-on-one talk, it's gonna be through a Zoom meeting. Okay, that's it. Ain't nobody doing that
Yeah.
shit like that
Yep.
anymore. You don't need to be all up in somebody's face with coffee breath,
Right.
bad breath to conduct business. We still are in a pandemic. Well, I'm serious. We're still in a pandemic too. We're still dealing with these variants.
Yes.
So contrary to what everybody, I will challenge any leader out there today. You want to challenge me on that shit? I will challenge you on that shit that proves that when the pandemic hit, you were forced to go online. Now, ain't nobody going back to the old
Mm-hmm.
way. That shit's dead. Muerto. Okay? Ain't nobody doing that mess. You can try to set up all that shit like that, they'll laugh at you. I'll laugh at you. I'm not coming to, if I'm gonna go to a coffee shop, it's gonna be to give me some coffee. And I ain't gonna talk about no business like that. I don't need to. You wanna talk to me about that? Only way that way happen if this
Mm-hmm.
osmosisly, and then most of the stuff that I would have, I need to show you through this means, through this digital distribution line. Other than that, it's a waste of time. You know, and like I've always said, you start trying to get people in a business, you're not gonna get invited to Thanksgiving dinner when it's coming up. We heading into them holidays. summer's winding down. They're talking about school, talking about football. So we heading into
Yes.
all those holiday seasons again. Y'all keep messing around, you ain't gonna get invited. So ain't nobody they gonna be looking at you as a guy. Oh, here's that guy. He gonna try to come in and get you in this business. That's all he gonna talk about. We don't want to be bothered with him. Don't invite him. If you invite him, I ain't coming. That's the consensus is gonna be happening. I don't blame him. So that's what's happening in the market today. Everything's changed. We are in. This is how we conduct business. This is how anybody conducts business now. It's digital, either on a smartphone or laptop or whatever thing that you can transfer information to. Ain't nobody gonna meet you like that. They'll laugh at you. I would laugh at you, boy. You better go somewhere. That bullshit. I ain't doing that. If I could talk to somebody here across the and sit here on my sun porch, why the fuck would I spend a damn time to do that, especially with all the shit that's going on with the airlines? I ain't doing it.
Right. And especially if you run across a no show. The worst thing that can happen if you set up a meeting and or a conference with somebody, and the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to have a blank screen. If no one shows up during that meeting within that 5 or 10 minutes of a blank screen, all you got to do is just click.
Yeah. Back in the day when people were driving miles and going to a no-show, see, I'd have gone to jail. I'm
Exactly.
Your ass kid. You ain't gonna come. You're not gonna make me drive 10 hours one way and don't show. And I'll be looking for your ass. Okay? That's the most rudest bullshit thing I've ever seen anybody stand to somebody. If you're not interested,
Exactly.
I told you, you ain't interested in what I got to just say it right the fuck then, so we don't have to waste each other's time. Biggest thing, you want to piss me off? Do some shit like that. You'll never hear. I don't care if you was desperate. I wouldn't work with you. I wouldn't work with you just because you did some shit like that. Okay, that's who I am. Okay, I wouldn't even bother working with you. I had to tell this one guy. And then another thing about working with people, and it's hard to work with people, in even today. And it's bad to say, a lot of these African countries, too many people don't have the tools to work in digital commerce business. And it is too much frustration and problematic if you don't have the tools for me to communicate with you. I can't be bothered. That's why I try to only deal with people that are either in the West or in the United States, European or whatever. I ain't trying to deal with some of these low-level countries that can't even get internet and all that. I'm sorry, I just don't have the patience for that shit now. If you don't have the tools for to communicate with me, you can't do business. Plain and simple. Don't bother. Okay? This is digital. This is how we conduct business. It's through all this kind of stuff. You don't have them tools, forget about it. Because I'm not gonna mess with you. It's like anything else. You can't go to class without certain tools. You can't go to a job without certain tools. It's the same thing with this.
Right.
You can't come in prepared with certain tools and stuff that's functional for you to operate in a professional way in some way. There's no need in talking to me about it. I'm not gonna work with you. Okay, I'm just not. Let somebody else deal with that frustration. Or you work with somebody in your home country or whatever that you can be face to face with, because it is too hard.
Right.
Things are now, and streaming is kind of sometimes iffy. And if you ain't got nothing, there ain't nothing I can say to you. I can't help it. And the people know
Like
who I'm
that
talking
Billy Preston song, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So
Yeah, it's a sad situation that people don't get prepared for stuff, and that's what's going to happen. It's just like anything. People don't get prepared for the changes that are coming around. People not being prepared
hmm
for anything, and they wonder why folks they want to say, well, he's so mean. He didn't know. I'm not mean. I just ain't wasting my time with you because you don't have the tools to do business, and you're not seeming to willing. You seem to not wanting to uh, do it. There's an investment in doing business, not as much as it used to be, but there's still an investment for certain things that you need to have. It's like any type of business.
hmm
You need tools, you need to invest in information, education. All that kind of stuff has not changed just because we've gone digital, has not changed.
Right.
But there's still people that act like they're just not prepared, don't want to be prepared. So if if you got that attitude, keep walking. Because I'm not gonna work with you. If you're not willing to do that kind of stuff, I'm not gonna. I keep walking because I'm not gonna deal with you at all. No level, no how. I'm dealing with adults. I'm
Yep.
not dealing with no kids. You know, and this is where
hmm
we at. Well, it's what time is it now? It's 9:30. So, but yes, we're back.
In
Probably
full
we'll go back on
effect.
our. We're back, and up until sometime in November, we'll probably go back on a hiatus
hmm
again. I'm just letting you know. You know, this is what when you're able to run your own business and you got tools and systems to automate to run your business the way you need it to run. I'm not saying everything's gonna be perfect, but you know,
No.
I mentioned all this once before to people. I got into business not to have another job. I got into business like this to have a lifestyle, and that lifestyle could be whatever it is to you. Mine was not to have to get up because I had to clock in, not to go to bed because I had to get up to clock in. See, what the problem with jobs, even if you are, working from home or a job, you still got to clock in somewhere.
Yep.
I don't want that layered over
Mm-mm.
my head, and then they say, "Well, you clocked in late, so we're gonna dock you." Well, you know what? I couldn't get in because of what? They don't care. Something was wrong on the other end. They don't care. They're talking about, well, you should get up earlier. Well, look, that part of the job still exists even online, even when you're working remote or at home.
hmm
I don't want. I want
hmm
to get up. I want to get up and sleep when I want to sleep. That's why I did what I did. I don't want a boss. You ever heard of this saying? A boss is like a diaper because he's always on your ass. He's always full of shit. No. Oh yeah, you probably heard me say this before. Any you bosses out there, you know what I'm talking about. But they say shit rolls downhill.
Right. Right. Because they got to please their
Yeah,
bosses and make sure everybody's compliant.
I'm just not into all that bullshit, all that political office politics stuff. But I hurt somebody. I'm gonna tell you. At my age right now, ain't no way I take all the bullshit y'all just want to dish out. Y'all get hurt by me. So I am not unemployable. No way, no how. Yes, I'm burning that bridge. I've been burning that bridge, but I'm just going to reiterate. I am not employable under the
Yeah.
conditions
That.
that you
Yeah.
fuckers want
Greg's
to run.
burnt that bridge for what, 10+ years now.
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
ain't been
been
at that
10+
job
years now.
since about 2010, maybe a little bit here and there through some temp service, but honestly, no, I haven't. I ain't trying to
hmm
do that. I am not. I am not of the mindset to play the office politics. And I know none of that's changed. It ain't gonna never change. Anytime you working for somebody, you gotta go by the
Mm-hmm.
rules and criteria. They bullshit. I ain't with it. Been there, done that, and I just ain't. You know, if I'm late somewhere, I'm just late. Okay, I don't want to hear you shit about why am I late. I'm late because maybe I got up and I just didn't feel like rushing. That's why the fuck I'm late. Now, if there's a problem with that, then there's a problem. But see, you can't have an attitude working in them corporate fucking places because they get all upset and but you got a bad attitude. No, I got a bad attitude because you keep asking me dumbass shit like that. And y'all still got that same yeah, I got okay, yeah, you're right. I got a bad attitude about it. Because I don't feel like playing that fucking game. Okay? Some always have a bad attitude in that criteria. I don't need it. So, you know, that's why I do what I do, why I did what I did to get away from that shit. I'm gonna stay away from that shit. I want to operate my life the way I want to operate my life, not based off of somebody else's criteria, rules, and regulations, because that's what they had. See, anytime you are mandated under somebody else's shit, you don't have any say so. I mean, even when you join certain things, it's still mandated under those people. It's like certain companies, certain even affiliate companies, the people who are at the top are all at the top because they're the one that created it. Of course, they're gonna be at the
Yep.
top. The Finale brothers who did MLSP, of course they're gonna be at the top of making the money because they created it. They better be to share out the
Yep.
other. Anytime you join something that somebody else created, they're gonna be at the top. That's just the way things are.
Mm-hmm.
You be at the top of your own shit. You need to create your
Mm-hmm.
own shit. I don't know why people get upset with that because that's what it is. I mean, you know, some people give you
Right.
opportunity to get at the top, but you need to be understanding about building your own structure outside of that. You only use those structures to as a foundation to build your shit. Okay, so you can dictate or whatever you have. We're learning now. We have an opportunity to have many MLSPs of our own. That's what this whole
Right.
um, 5-day challenge we've been on since Thursday. We've been talking about that. Now, we've been marketing this kind of stuff for a while. And you know, there's still a chance. Let me see if I can find it. Uh, okay, here it is. There's still a chance for you to join this. What this thing was going to give you. Come on, what's going on? What this thing is going to give you is 30-day coaching with the MLSP coaching staff. You get all access to the tools and stuff under one roof. You go out anywhere else to get anything else, except maybe an autoresponder or something like that. But this is what this challenge is about. To give you exposure to what top earners are doing. The people that you see online, some of the people that you see online on stage or on digital events or whatever. In this challenge, we're getting exposed to everything top earners do. The floodgates have been opened up to what top marketers do. I don't care what company they're affiliated with, especially today online. This is what this challenge is doing. Now you join this now. It's $27. You can't if $27
Yep.
is gonna put you in the poorhouse, but you don't need to be on nothing. Okay. $27 ain't shit. This thing is worth probably over 3. They giving it away,
Three.
people. You got a problem
Right.
spending
Right.
$27 in your future, then you just got a problem. I'm gonna be straight up real for you. Okay? If you got a problem getting it from me, you still got a problem. You know,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter where you get the information. The information is something that you value. You need to take advantage of. See, there's too many people get this thing that they, well, that's a lot. $27 is a lot of money. Anybody come up here and say $27 is a lot of money? Get the hell off of here. Really?
Right.
Hell, a lot of
Right.
y'all ain't spending
Right.
a dollar.
That's exactly like I did. Did a reel. And it's like you save up if $27 is that big of a challenge, you can save up your Starbucks money. That's like 5 days right there. 5 days right
Yeah.
there, saving up for Starbucks. You got 25 right there.
The problem is
And
not that
now, if you
like
can't come up with the other $6, well, okay,
the problem
that's an
ain't the
issue.
money. The problem is
Mm-hmm.
never the money. It's what you want to spend your money on. It ain't got nothing to do with whether you know
Right.
like me or it's got all to do with whether you want to spend your money on. And I know there's a lot of y'all got some value for what we're saying and what we've been saying. It ain't got nothing
Right.
about whether you trust me or whatever. This is not something I created. I'm just sharing the information. The problem is you may have the problem with yourself. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You can click on the link and see what the damn thing says
Mm-hmm.
and make up your mind there. If you scared to click on the link, yeah, you just got the problems. I ain't got the problem. I've already done the shit that I need to do. Okay? See, if you was part of our system, you would get this complimentary. If you were part of the MLA MLSP system, complimentary for MLSP people who are affiliates and everything. We don't have to pay for it. It was a complimentary. Ain't like this is always like that.
Yep.
There's some treatment we do have to pay for. Okay, I'm just letting the cat
Exactly.
out the bag. I'm not gonna bullshit with you about it. It is what it is. Okay, this is a new damn day. What in the hell is that noise?
Oh, that was my daughter. She was leaving out the door.
Oh, all right, what the hell? But that's it, people. I mean, we give you the information like we said, and it's up to you to do what you want to do with it. We're already doing it. What you do or don't do ain't gonna make or break it. Because there's so many people out there where we're marketing to billions of people online right now. This whole broadcast is going to 3 Facebook pages that I have. It's going to YouTube and it's going to Twitter. Now, where the hell you think somebody who gets value of what we're saying will click on this? See, we don't. One of the things you got to
Mm-hmm.
understand, we only need people that understand or relate to what we're saying. We don't need everybody. We don't want everybody.
Exactly.
Okay, that was the big problem with old school network marketing. They were talking about talk to everybody got a pulse. Well, everybody just because somebody got a
Mm-hmm.
pulse don't make them have enough to do anything. Okay, we don't need everybody that got a pulse. We need some that are gonna engage and do something with it. Just because they got a pulse don't mean shit. I don't care goddamn if they got a pulse.
Right.
What do you want? What do you want to do? That's the key to all this. We are putting the nail in the old school network marketing. We're putting the nail, bearing it. We're cremating it. We're not going to use certain terms that you heard people use unless we are making a point because they're not applicable in today's market. and you guys will start learning. There's a lot of different things that are coming out in the next few months that you may not have heard, or you may have heard, and you won't hear the certain things now. Like, I'll be honest with you, and I said this once before. Yeah, there are still people that will be serving those people who like the old school. Let them be served by them. I said that to I
Yeah,
said that to
of
Brian
course.
before. I said, you guys, one reason why I joined you guys is because you had a statement saying be the hunted, not the hunter. And like you said, that came from somebody else. Why would I? You don't try
Right.
to serve everybody in the market, especially when there's already somebody serving those same people. You want to serve people who get what you are doing. Okay. Now that you know traditional network marketing is dead, muerto,
Mm-hmm.
gone, cremated, we're not going to even deal with that kind of stuff. Okay. We're not even gonna deal with that. We're not even marketing that kind of stuff. Um, when if I see some stuff that relates to back in the day, I'll share with you and I'll say this is why this stuff don't work. Ain't gonna work. Don't care what they're doing. The market will not play with that. The market will bury that stuff and send it out to sea, just like the stagecoach. You can drive a stagecoach. I just don't think you get pulled over trying to drive a stagecoach on the 405 or the 71 south here. You ain't doing that shit. Guaranteed
Mm-hmm.
all over. Just like this. You try to run all that old school network marketing crap, you'll get the hell ran over doing that shit today. Being honest, I'm not no
Mm-hmm.
shit. Okay. With that being said, we are at the hour. Any more thoughts, comments, criticism?
Hey guys, hey, we do appreciate y'all. We congratulate y'all coming on to join us. Um, we are like Greg and I said, we are back in full effect. We probably will be rolling this way until we do the hiatus again on around Thanksgiving time. If you got value out of this chat today, share it. Share it with someone. Now, when I say share it, don't just share it all willy nilly. Share it with someone who is looking who is looking to uh, to start a home to really start a home based business, or is looking to gain a greater presence on social media with their business. As Greg alluded to, and what one of our friends and mentors, Brian Finale, has said, we are being the hunter, not the hunted.
Yeah,
So we are working for folks who are looking. If you're not looking, if it doesn't interest you, then you please feel free to change the channel. We don't want to waste your time. We don't want you to waste our time.
yeah.
You know, we are looking
This,
for folks who are looking.
yep. This is a new day, people. Them days, all that other stuff. You'll start seeing a lot of different things that we're gonna bring to the table as we get the information. We'll be sharing with you in the coming months, going into the fall and winter seasons. Because it's a new day, people. Like I said, network marketing from the old traditional sense is dead. COVID put a nail in its heart. Put it out as mystery, like a vampire with a
Mm-hmm.
stake through the heart. It's gone,
Yep.
dead. We ain't dealing with that shit no more.
Yep.
It serves no purpose no more.
Yep.
And I
Exactly.
know
The internet rubbed the genie the right way, came out the bottle, and like I said, COVID broke the bottle.
yep. But I already knew that. I mean, a lot of things been confirming. A lot of things were confirming that even before the finales even said that. We were saying this 2 years ago when
Yeah.
they started
Yeah.
hybriding
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
It's gonna change the game. we knew it was going to change the game. We saw it was going to change the game. Sure enough, game got changed, people. And if you're gonna survive it, you better jump on board and ride it till the wheels fall off or whatever. Because we ain't going back to that old school shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Serves no purpose. With that being said, we're back live tonight. Glad to be back live. Sometimes when you do the pre-show recording stuff, there's some technical issues I had with one. It didn't play all the way. You know, that was I think that was the first week we was off. But you know, things that happen. So, but it is what it is. We're back live. Even when we're here live, we have technical issues. So we're back here live.
Oh yes.
We'll be here next week. Same time. Now we're probably by the middle of August. We'll be going either earlier, going back to maybe about 8:30 or something. Probably by the near, we'll probably be at the 8 o'clock hour because we've lost 20 minutes of daylight now from 9:03 or 9:04 to almost a quarter to 9 now. We're at
yeah, Mr.
Huh?
Mr. Sun doing that backtrack now.
Yeah, going back.
Let's just say Mr. Sun's doing that backtrack now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're at the 8 o'clock hour. We're at about 8:45 or 8:46, right when we start the show, right at the sunset. So we're right around that time when we started changing the time to go forward. Going into summer, we're back in that same thing. You see how everything makes a circle, goes back to the beginning. So that's how all this stuff works. There's a nature and a spiritual thing around it. Maybe I'll talk about that one sometime or something. I don't know. But people, glad you're back with us. We'll be back here next week at 8:45 again. Till then, have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you next week. Same channel, same bad time. Ciao.
Take care, everybody.